Hi, I'm Natalie Keyssar. I'm a Brooklyn-based freelance photojournalist, and I'm here in Caracas, Venezuela, where I'm working on my long-term project, The Office of Hope. I came to Venezuela for the first time in 2014 to cover a wave of protests against the government, against President Nicolás Maduro, who's the hand-picked successor of Hugo Chavez. By starting out in this country covering these protests, I became really fascinated with the situation here, and also really intent on digging deeper and understanding better the factors that had contributed to these large-scale protests, which were widely reported. In the last 6 weeks, I've been working on the most recent incarnation of the crisis here in Venezuela, which has been a food shortage. The food shortage has been a result of a sort of perfect storm of economic factors. Because the average Venezuelan doesn't make enough money to avoid staple products that are not subsidized by the government, the result is that now that those products are in shortage, the Venezuelan people are having to wait in lines for hours and hours every week in order to get what they need to survive. Some people have more access to dollars, or those with more money are able to find what they need. It would be mistaken to discuss the Venezuelan crisis as a famine or something of that nature. But the reality is that for the average working class Venezuela, things are becoming incredibly difficult and frustrating just to move through your day. Many people are getting up in the middle of the night at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning in order to wait in line in order to get, or hopefully get, just the basics to feed their family. So my recent work has focused on not just the incredibly long lines that you see outside of supermarkets and pharmacies and the resulting social unrest and protests that have popped up around those issues, but also really trying to look at the daily life and the experiences of the Venezuelans going through this. Economic news isn't always so accessible, so with my photography I really hope to show and make the viewer feel a little bit of that difficulty and frustration of trying to work and get your kids to school and do your commute and everything else about everyone's day, which is hard, while navigating these wild economic distortions.